Om Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk, and we continue with 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. We continue with the teachings on Dharma from chapter 3, the science of reaching the ideal society, the science of fulfilling the purpose of our birth and the purpose of our being in society. So we were discussing the principle of sacrifice, how to reach the ideal society, and what does it really mean to eat the remnants of sacrifice. But we can go into verse 13 deeper. So let's read it again. The righteous who eat the remnants of sacrifice are freed from all sins, but those sinful ones who cook food only for their own sake verily eat sin. So here we are also introduced to what really is Karma Yoga. I do my actions, I do my bound duty because this is my way of following the divine law, the divine rule, the divine ordinance. What is this divine ordinance there for? To sustain the entire society. And when the entire society is sustained in the best possible way, I am sustained in the best possible way. But I do not identify with I and mine. I see myself as part of the whole creation. I do my duty because this is the way I acknowledge the divine law. This is my worship. This is Karma Yoga. Remember, doing the duty without attachment to the fruit of the action. This is Karma Yoga. And where Karma Yoga takes us to the highest good, we said mature Karma Yoga is Jnana Yoga, the highest realization, achieving the highest purpose of human birth. So you see, when we follow our Dharma, when we fulfill our purpose for the well-being of everybody else, with the intention of service, with the acknowledgement of the divine law, everybody benefit. I benefit here in this physical existence, and it is Karma Yoga. So the mind gets more and more and more purified until knowledge dawns. So this is the deeper meaning of verse 13 and how it brings in already the principle of Karma Yoga. So you see, things are starting to come together. 14. From food comes forth being, from rain food is produced, from sacrifice arises rain, and sacrifice is born of action. Remember the shining ones, the devas, the celestial beings that have big jobs? So here, Lord Krishna is giving us an example. I was telling you so far about Dharma and how you should sustain, how you should work in a sustainable manner. Here is an example. From food comes for being. What gives you life? Food. You stop eating for too long, life goes away. Procreation will not happen. So from food comes forth being. We know. Where does the food come from? Here on earth, we know. From rain. If there is no rain, there is nothing. Nothing grows. There will be no food. There will be no life. Okay, so far familiar, yeah? We need to eat. For us to eat, there needs to be rain. Where does the rain comes from? Where does the rain come from? The clouds. It just comes because it comes and I don't care. Nature knows. No. Because somebody else is doing their duty. From sacrifice arises rain. We do our duty. And the Deva, the celestial being, the angel, whatever name you want to give it, is doing their duty. And we get rain, so we have food, so we have life. So it comes from sacrifice. And sacrifice is born of action. What kind of action? Karma yoga. So when we do karma yoga, here is an example. We do our job. We do our part in sustaining. The priests do their part in sustaining. Their spiritual work is sustaining the shining ones. The entire society is doing its job, so the spiritual work can go on. And that life can go on. And the entire society is benefiting what? In the most basic level. Food, rain, basics. So Lord Krishna is giving us here a very clear example. This is how things really work. You're just seeing your part. Okay, I get food. How can I get more food? But remember, if there is no rain, you will not have any food. And where does rain come from? From the person, the entity, following the divine rules, the rules of Dharma, doing its duty. Whether you want to see it like that, whether you want to say that nature is doing its duty, you can call it the elements of nature, it doesn't matter. There is an intelligence behind it. There is rule. There is order. This is what the Gita is pointing out to us. And each and every one of us is part of this order. Why is it told to us in so many ways? Why is it emphasized so much? Why is it not trivial that we do our duty in the same way that Mother Lion is doing her duty, in the same way that the heart cells are doing their duties? This we will discuss in the next talk. Please join us. Om Shanti.